Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel. How you all doing? I am going to do a little bit of a different video today. It's not going to be an update out here, although we're going to start out here because there's something out here that I wanted to point out before we get to the garden. I thought today would be a good idea to do a garden update because it's a beautiful day. It's late August. Today is August 22nd. Happy new moon in Virgo. For all of you astrology followers out there, what I wanted to point your attention to is what they did with this chemical I was talking about in the other video. So this is my concern here because I know that the deer come up and they eat all of this as food, as well as probably some of the other animals that are out here, like the groundhogs, maybe the bunnies, but this is pokeweed. This is lamb's quarter. They eat both of those. There's also some nightshade right there. They eat that. So now they've contaminated it with whatever this slurry is. I think it's called hydroseed. I did do a little research to look it up, and I just wanted to show you this. So, you know, they don't care about the animals, but I do. I'm always out here feeding them, giving them water. It's just sad to me that my other human brothers and sisters don't care about nature as much as I do, but that seems to be the reality. So we're gonna move beyond that, and I'm gonna show you what I've been working on. So now, because my landscape back here has changed. I used to have dense forest. It was very dark. I never even had any of this growth back here. But I've had to come up with a solution for my greenhouse because it was heating up to like 120 and it killed everything that was in there. Everything got fried. So I got a shade covering. This is a 50% shade cloth. And so far it's working out great. I put it on a couple of days ago. I've been monitoring the temperature, and it hasn't gotten above 85, so I think it's working great. So that solved that problem. And I'm also working in there and cleaning it out and getting it ready for fall. So that's what I'm working on today, is getting the garden ready for fall. And I'm gonna go shopping at my local garden center to get some of their fall plants that just came in. But here's another area that I just finished that I wanted to show you, because I wanted to make a relaxing sitting area for me and my family, because I have two young emerging adults. Well, they're adults, 18 and 19, almost 20. And they come over with their friends, and I like to create a space for them to come and hang out outside. So we just installed that chair there, and I love that. I love that. And it's up there nice and securely on a big branch, and I can swing there. And we have the chair there, we have a rope there. But this area I just dug out here, and I added some plants that were growing all around, and I replaced what was growing in here. And this is licorice mint, and the bees really love this, and this is really a phenomenal tea. And so I made another little sitting area, got my little hammock there. It's just a nice little area to sit back, reconnect with nature. And I wanted to also show you what I got growing. So a lot of stuff is done, but what's not done is okra. Okra is one of my favorite plants to watch grow. However, I don't like eating it, but I just love watching it grow. And I will have these seeds available in my store, so you can check that out if you want to. If you want to have these beautiful plants growing in your yard, they're nice and tall. I have them over there too, I'll show you. But over here, I'm also using some vertical growing. I'm vertically growing with these cattle panel trellises, and I think I'll talk about that more in another video, because otherwise this video will get to be way too long, because I've done so many different things back here. Like over here, this is our sun soaking area. We sit here in the afternoon, and it is perfectly aligned with where the sun is at its strongest. And I also have I don't even know, I made like a makeshift kind of thing, because my passionflower, look at the passionflower. This yesterday had so many on here, and I can see all the buds. We're gonna have more. The bees absolutely love this, but this really makes a phenomenal tea, and the fragrance of these is really awesome. And you can see here I've got some of the passion fruit. They also call that maypop. I've got that there too. They're hanging all over. So those are what we look forward to this time of year and in the fall. And then I've got some melons. Those are Japanese sweet melons. So the cucumbers were here and they're all done. But on this side, I have the hyacinth beans that I'm always talking about. And they're not in bloom here, but let me take you over here because I'm also gonna have these seeds available in my store, so you can go check out the link. Maybe I'll put it at the bottom of this video to make life easier. Because these are absolutely beautiful. These attract butterflies and hummingbirds, and they are in bloom this time of year. Absolutely magnificent. And you can see the seed pods. These are edible, but I don't eat them. I just let them grow and I collect the seeds. Because they're just absolutely beautiful. I don't mess with them. Wherever they grow, they grow. And once you plant them once, like I have this trellis that's set up here perfectly in this spot, because there's a lot of things here that just reseeded itself. And it's just, you know, naturally growing there, along with my beans. Every year I always plant beans over here. And you can see, got lots of beans up there. And a lot of these I'm waiting for them to dry so I can use them as shelled beans. And my beautiful Gloriosa daisies, there's some that are dying, but then there's some that are just regrowing, which is kind of nice. I like to leave them there because the birds eat them and then they disperse the seeds and then I have more. And I love that. So this year my tomatoes didn't do as well, so I'm not even going to talk about them. I have this area set up for the tomatoes, and you can see they look sad. So I planted some things in front. My basil's doing very good. Very happy about that. I have a castor. That's called a giant castor. I have those seeds available. That is my favorite. I start that in January. And this year, it doesn't look like it's going to get to be as big as the one last year. You can look back at my videos from last year. It got really, really big. And I may have planted it too late, but I have them growing all over. This is another variety and another variety. And then I also have them in pots. I have one in a pot right there. Another variety. And those are the seed pods. And they get pretty big. They'll keep growing until frost. Another thing I wanted to point out here, because I just love the way that these grow. These are a garden staple. These are cowpea beans. And these, you can see that seeds are, well, that's going to seed. But I also have other fresh ones to pick there. And this is such a great producer. Very healthy, vigorous. It doesn't mind the heat. It doesn't mind drought. And it's such a good producer. So I feel like this is a staple for everybody's garden. And there's some more of the okra that I have. So I will have all of these seeds available because I think these are very important. But one thing I wanted to do before I wrap this video up, there's another area I'll show you over there, but this is my first year being successful with growing butternut squash, and I wanted to show you. Look at this. And also delicata squash. So you can peek in there if you can see it. I have delicata squash there. But the star of the show is this butternut squash. Look at this. And the flowers are so beautiful. And then in between there, I have all morning glories and cucamelons. Once you plant cucamelons once, you will have cucamelons forever, as long as they have a place to grow, because they vine. And I really just want to show you this. And this is just expanding. So I'm going to be harvesting the ones, they're not exactly ready, but that one might be ready. That one might be ready. That one might be ready. And I want to get them off because I see that it's got, where did I see the new ones? Like, look, there's some more new ones. Like, all over, there's more new ones. So this is like heavy producing. And I've already harvested a few. So I'm very happy with this. And I will definitely be growing this again and coming up with some recipes. So look forward to that in the future. Now this is my hot pepper bed. Oh wait, I want to show you this. Oh, let me show you this. This is pineapple from the grocery store. I stuck the thing in the soil and I've been babying it, and it's been in the greenhouse and in the house. Right now it's soaking in the sun, and I did it again and it worked again. So I'm enjoying watching that grow. And there's another castor in a pot. So you can grow it either in a pot or in the ground. And look at this. You see in there? Those are Carolina Reapers. They are hot. My neighbor confirmed they are hot. But I like to keep them as like a dried ornamental kind of thing. And I've got some cayennes over there. And these peppers over here did phenomenally well so far. They have been providing us with so many good, juicy peppers. These are the Corno di Toro. Can you see that there? Now they turn red, but you can eat them green. They're good either way. My daughter is like #1 fan of these things. And then of course I have the basil in the front. But they're doing really good. So overall you can see everything is growing in good, considering we've had some crazy weather. Really crazy weather. I've had to supplement a lot with water, but then recently we've been getting enough water. So over here I need to clean these beds out because I have some other things to put in here, but I have a few stragglers left. Like there's some squash. I have an Italian squash over here. Let's see if there, oh, and I have corn. Look at that corn. Doesn't that corn look good? There's cantaloupe there, some tomatoes. There's a big squash. Where's the Italian one? Because it's so unique looking. So, right there, but that'll get real big. Maybe when it's all fully grown, I'll make another video. So I'm glad to see some stuff is still growing because we have had like severe heat and then a drought, and it's been challenging this year. So I'm glad to see that it looks this good. And I hope this video finds you well rested, having fun in your space. I didn't even show you the back of this. I got lemon cucumbers here. Those are still growing, whereas my other ones have fizzled out already. So you can see there's lemon cucumbers all there. I'm gonna make a nice detox smoothie for myself. And I have that recipe on my website if you're interested in that. You can check that out. All right, well, until the next video, I will see you later. Goodbye.